Warning is a virtue, peasants. Some noobs may be hurt by the creation of this video.
Hey guys, no thank you again. This is actually going to be a video talking about how to dunge like a pro or with pros. But I'm just going to be showing you random pictures, so you don't actually have to watch the video. Just listen to what I'm saying. I mean, pay attention. Uh, you got to learn how to listen anyway to dunge, so might as well start here. Well, no, actually, don't start here. Fuck. If you're a noob, don't just dislike this video, turn it off. You know, go dunge for like a month or two and then come back and watch this video and then like it. Okay? Um, so here's the thing. Okay, when you start a dungeon, okay, when you start, what I tend to try to do is to get around 5K uh worth of sellable shit. Um, and basically what I do is I sell that, and the first thing I buy is a toolbox, no matter what. I mean, you don't runes don't fucking matter. Well, at least for me, because I have a decent high total, so I have to do a lot of doors, um, more so than other people. So toolbox is really important for me. If you have shit skills, then you might make runes first or just quit. I don't know, but this is what I do. I get a toolbox, and then if I have money left over, all of my leftover money goes into buying pure essence. Okay. Um, I try to make laws first because I don't have laws bound. I have a surge box bound, but I'll get to that later. Um, the pros and cons of everything. So okay, so you start off a dungeon, you get around 5K worth of shit, and that's not always going to happen. So don't freak out if you don't get 5K. It's not the end of the world. Um, you're obviously going to kill stuff eventually and get money, so you can always make runes later. But it's kind of important with pro dunge teams that you have runes from the get-go. Okay, so what I try to do is I try to make 60. I try to get around 100 pure S. I try to make 60 laws for 20 teleports, and I try to make well I make double um, cosmics and astrals. But if you can't, then change it up, whatever. But I click once on the astrals, and then so I make 20, and then I click X, make 20, which ends up being 40 cosmic runes. So, because I end up gating a lot, that also gets you cures. I mean, that's basically all the astrals are for, is for cures and curing your team, because that's really a big pain in the ass. If you're dying from poison, I mean that really adds up in food, and not a lot of your time is spent fishing and shit like you do in 117. I mean, this is pro. This is fucking pro. You can't be skilling and shit. That's one thing. First thing, no fucking skilling, okay? Do not cut any fucking trees. Do not fish any fish. The only thing you can mine is prom sometimes. Don't always mine prom right at the start. Um, and I'll get to that later anyway. Okay, so you're gonna want to have your toolbox open that shit because it doesn't do you any good closed. Um, have your laws, your astrals, your cosmics, because you're gonna be gating a lot. Um, that's really important to pro dungeons. I mean, if you don't gate, you're totally fucked. You might as well just go back to 117. Okay? Um, so, and I want to kind of get to the importance of a good keyer, really fast, because if your keyer is shit, your dungeon is shit, basically. I'm not a keyer personally. I don't know how to do it. I get the idea, but I can't do it. I suck. But I'm really good. I'm a pro teammate. This is a guide basically how to not be an AFK leecher fag, um, and be pro. It's basically MVP status right here. So, you need a good keyer. It really helps if your keyer has 3 binds for at least the primal plate. Um, Everybody in the dungeon needs to be hooded. That's kind of like fucking obvious for pros. It just takes a lot of time if you're not. It's just a bitch, and you die a lot, and it's shitty, and whatever. Go back to 117. Um, okay, so the cure is obviously really important. Um, and what the cure really does is organize the team more so than opening doors. I mean, you kind of think that the keyer is like, oh, he holds the keys, he opens the doors, he's the gatekeeper or whatever. He's really not. I mean, he tells everybody, GTGD. I mean, that's later, but I mean, I'll explain all the abbreviations and shit later. But I mean, he tells you what to do on I mean, throughout the dungeon. And if your keyer doesn't know what the fuck's going on, is having to look at the map every 5 seconds, that either means you're doing a really bad job and you didn't watch my guide, or your keyer is really shit. Um, anyway, so um, I really want to stress to you guys and girls that a regular team is the best. Now, don't only dunge with these people because, I mean, you'll never dunge. I mean, if you're waiting for 4 other people, and I mean, it's not like they don't do anything else. Unless they don't, and that's cool. Dunge all day. But yeah, so a regular team is just kind of, you get to know each other's skills, you get to know your keyer. I mean, it's better to have a regular keyer than a regular team because the keyer is the most important, like I said, and it helps for faster dungeons. Because I mean, personally, the keyer is like 55 total levels higher than me. So we're basically the top two in every, no matter who the other three are. Um, so basically, it's like he knows my skills. I mean, I have what he doesn't have, and he has what I don't have, so it works out perfectly. And and so he's like, yeah, come over here, do this door. He knows exactly what my skills are. He doesn't have to ask. Um, okay, so okay, this is really annoying to me. When you go into a guardian door room, well, that's the first thing you want to do. Whenever a door's open, you want to check if there's a guardian door. And if there is, run in automatically. Unless, okay, here's the only time you don't run in automatically to a guardian door is if you're by yourself and no one is coming behind you. If you're by yourself and there are teammates on the way, you still fucking go in. You don't wait for them to get there. Okay, that just makes you look like a bitch, and I will hate you for it. Um, okay, so yeah, go into guardian doors and just tough it out like a man or a real woman. I don't know. I don't know who's watching this, but yeah. So don't. Okay, here, looting kind of goes with guardian doors because that's really only when it's important. Um, when it is a guardian door, do not loot anything until everything is dead. Now, here's the thing. I hate tanking while your noob ass is picking up something off the ground. I don't give a shit what it is. If you are if you are not going to die immediately right there, do not pick up food. I'll tell you that right now. Just wait until everything's done, and then you'll loot equally, and then you won't look like a fag, because I will yell at you if you steal all the food. Because I don't like dying. I don't like losing experience. I have just as much risk as you. And we're supposed to be teammates. If you don't want to be teammate, if you don't want to be a team player, go solo dungeon. I mean, that's why they have 1-1. You just solo. And I don't give a shit. Go solo. But don't be a fag, okay? And I don't, whatever. Communication is really key. I mean, that's another really, really, really big thing. I want to stress that a lot, okay? If you're not communicating with your keyer at all times, that dungeon is going to fail. When you gate something, okay, let's say you have, a blue triangle gated, okay? The keyer says blue triangle is on the gate telly. So you telly the gate telly, you pick up that blue triangle, you go back to your gate, you open that blue triangle. If it's something you can't do, I mean, well, okay, here's what you should do anyway. You should just make another gate right there and just put it down. Just put it down because you don't want to be that guy who's like, "Oh, dude, I forgot to gate it. I suck. I'm horrible." And then, I mean, honestly, it just makes you feel like a douchebag. But anyway, so this is just to help you, this is just to help you guys out. Yeah, so communicate with your keyer at all times. do not, I stress this, do not fucking ignore when he says something, okay? Anything the keyer says is fucking important, okay? You need to listen to your keyer. All the other teammates, it doesn't fucking matter, but the keyer you need to listen to, for sure, okay? So, um, now I'm gonna put some of the common abbreviations on the screen for you right now. I mean, you're looking at them, so I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm actually doing the narration before I actually put the video together. But anyway, so whatever. Looking at a blank screen right now. Yeah, you need to listen to your keyer, and that's big. Cause you missed one call and you fucked it up. But anyway, so do not AFK in a dungeon. If you're going to have to leave to eat dinner, wash your dog, clean the carpets, mow the lawn, anything outside of doing the dungeon, halfway through you have to leave, do not even start it. That's just fucking annoying. Unless you have the lowest possible total in the group, then I don't give a shit. But if you are better than me, do not leave the fucking dungeon halfway through. Don't even start it. Say, oh, sorry, I can't go. And that's fine. I mean, nobody's gonna hate you for having to do something in real life. I mean, it's not really a big deal. Okay, so I talked about the main things. I mean, I have a Shadow Silk Hood bound. I mean, that's kind of obvious. I'm a pro, right? Well, sort of, but I dungeon with pro people. I'm just learning. But I'm teaching you guys, so fucking pro. Anyway, okay, so I have a Shadow Silk Hood bound. I have a Primal Battle Axe bound. Um, I used to have a Prometheum two-hander, which is actually better than a Primal Battle Axe, but here's why I chose the Primal Battle Axe over it. Because I have a Celestial Surge box, and if anybody who has one of those and also has a Prometheum two-hander knows that it is such a bitch to right-click, wield, and then go to your mage tab and auto cast or just click it. I don't know if you guys are pro or not. I'm not that pro. But yeah, so I mean, you guys know that that's just a bitch. So I mean, that's basically why I bound the Primal Battle Axe so I could hold the Surge Box in my other hand and I don't have to equip that shit. And those are like my two binds. It's kind of sad. I'm not 100 yet, but whatever. I'm fucking pro. Um, I bound the Surge Box over laws because of Primal Warriors, Prometheum Warriors, any fucking warrior. It's beast. It beasts the shit out of them, okay? It will kill them faster than they could kill you unless you suck really bad. And then you're just quit. But yeah, I mean, so this is I guess it's two parts now. This fucking ran long, but anyway, so that's fucking awesome if you guys dunge. I'm really glad to see that dungeoneering has actually gone leaps and bounds over from what it was when it first came out, and I refused to dunge with teams because they were fucking horrible. I really did. I soloed 1 through 80. I mean, really, I couldn't put up with the shitty teams, the rage quitters. I can't deal with that shit, dude. It's too stressful. Give me a heart attack or something. Anyway, yeah, so dislike this video if you hated it. I mean, but be honest, because nobody likes a liar. Yeah, so at least comment, tell me if you think, oh, this is a better way to do it, or, you know, whatever. And I mean, if you have, like, that's not how you should do it, tell me, and I will fucking learn. Because that's what I do. That's what pros do. Pros take their mistakes and learn from it. Okay? That's how you do it. Thanks for watching. Comment at least. Hopefully, like, subscribe. I don't know. Do whatever you want. But it's up to you.